November 16, 2025, New Orleans Arena. A fan yells two words that sends Draymond Green into a rage that shocks even his teammates. Angel Reese. But this wasn't just another meltdown. This was a player known for his intensity having another heated moment with a fan. The kind of confrontation that's become part of his reputation over his 12-year NBA career. This is the story of how a scared kid from one of America's most dangerous cities became basketball's most feared enforcer, and why his greatest strength might destroy everything he's built. Saginaw, Michigan. Murder rate 5 times the national average. Poverty rate 40%. This is where Draymond Green learned that if you don't fight, you disappear. But when Draymond was 12, his father Raymond walked out. No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. June 28, 2012, NBA Draft. Draymond Green sits in the green room, watching his dreams slip away. Pick after pick, slight after slight. 34 players selected, 34 teams that said he wasn't good enough. Finally, with the 35th pick.
With the 35th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Golden State Warriors select Draymond Green from Michigan State University.
Waiting. No, but that was one of the best nights of my life. One thing about the draft is obviously we all want to be a top 5 pick, a lottery pick. It doesn't happen for everyone, but just to hear my name called, and to know that I would have an opportunity to carve out a career in a league that I've been a fan of since I can remember.
But what the league didn't know was that they hadn't just drafted a player. They drafted a man with 12 years of abandonment issues and a photographic memory for disrespect. Mary Babbers Green worked 3 jobs to keep her family afloat. Gas station attendant, school cafeteria worker, weekend house cleaner. She never missed one of Draymond's games.
Do you text Draymond for the game?
I do. I always say, do not give them the ammunition to shoot you with. And that's meaning don't go out there on the court giving them nothing to where it can be against you. Just play ball.
Every game you do?
Every game.
At 6 foot 2 inches, 220 pounds, Draymond was too small for power forward, too slow for small forward. But what he lacked in size, he made up for in something else. Tom Izzo didn't just coach basketball, he coached toughness. And in Draymond Green, he found his perfect student.
I said, so I'm in my 60s and you were in your 20s, or you're in your 30s now, but I still learn from you. I want to learn more from you. I do want to talk to you about how we can make college basketball better. I do want to talk to you about what we can do around here to make it better. We got some years left, both of us. So I love you. I love your family. I appreciate you.
While teammates slept, Draymond studied every opponent's tendency, every weakness, every way to gain an advantage. He couldn't outjump them, couldn't outrun them, but he could outthink them, and he could outwant them. The 2012 Golden State Warriors were a joke. 23 wins the previous season. No playoff appearances in 6 years. Perfect place for an angry kid with something to prove. But even on a bad team, Draymond couldn't crack the rotation. Too intense for practice. Too emotional for games. Coaches whispered he was uncoachable. So he made a choice. If they wouldn't listen to his words, they'd listen to his work.
Some things I look at and say, someone else to prove wrong. Someone else to prove right. You never know. But, I don't need any added motivation. I think that's for guys who don't really want to work, but I'm going to work hard no matter what. If they have me the #1 draft pick, I'm still going to work hard. It's just, like my team Cleves always tell us, it's just in our DNA.
2015, Steve Kerr's first season. The Warriors were experimenting with something revolutionary. Small ball. They needed a center who could guard anyone, switch everything, and never back down. Suddenly, everything that made Draymond different made him perfect. His size didn't matter. His anger became fuel. His obsession became genius. The kid who was too small, too emotional, too intense had found his purpose. He wasn't just playing basketball, he was waging war. June 16, 2015, the Golden State Warriors win their first championship in 40 years. And at the center of it all, the 35th pick who everyone overlooked.
And I was a second-round pick, and a lot of people said I could never play in this league. Too slow, too small, can't shoot well enough, can't defend nobody. What does he do well? You know, he doesn't have a skill that stand out. I got heart. And they told me I couldn't do it. And I'm sitting here NBA champion.
But success brought new pressure. The Warriors won 73 games, breaking the all-time record. Draymond wasn't just a role player anymore. He was the emotional leader of the best team ever assembled. With greater responsibility came greater intensity, and with greater intensity came greater risk. The same fire that made him great was starting to burn everything around him. June 10th, 2016, NBA Finals, Game 4. LeBron James steps over Draymond. Draymond swipes up. A flagrant foul, a suspension. For the first time in his career, Draymond's intensity had cost his team when it mattered most.
My feelings of the whole situation, how the first tech went down is more so than the second tech with my initial feelings. And anger that came from the situation. As I sat and I thought about the situation and reassessed, as I had time to let the whole thing marinate and digest, I was dead ass wrong.
2017, Draymond returned with the same intensity but more focused on channeling it productively. He learned to use his voice to build up teammates, becoming the vocal leader the Warriors needed. The result, 2 more championships and validation that his intensity, properly directed, was invaluable. Today, Draymond Green is more than a player. He's a culture, a standard, a reminder that heart can overcome everything.
He's still, he's only 6 years into the league, and he really didn't even play his first 2 years, really. So see how fast he's got to that level, and the way he's just raised his level of play every year is pretty impressive.
But Draymond's greatest victory isn't on the court. It's the loving father he's become to his own children. The intensity that defines him on the court transforms into protection and love at home. In Saginaw, Draymond Green represents what's possible when talent means determination and family support. The undersized player who was drafted 35th became a 4-time champion through intensity, intelligence, and the foundation his family provided. Draymond Green, from Saginaw to the NBA. A story of making the most of your opportunities, not overcoming fabricated trauma. Which brings us back to November 16th, the fan, the confrontation, the rage that never fully goes away. Because some wars never end, they just change battlefields. And Draymond Green, he'll keep fighting until his last breath.